Hey everyone, Tendra here. If you follow me, you know I have a lot of characters, 44 in total, and out of that 44, 41 of them are level 70. This week we had a time walking going, and this allowed me to finish up 2 more characters. So now I'm at a total of 43 level 70s. I like to put a lot of them into LFR gear, and the easiest way I've found to do this is by going out to the Emerald Dream, doing the Seed quest, the Rep quest, and the Super Bloom quest. Doing these will award you 1 piece of veteran gear, which is LFR level, and it only takes about 25 or 30 minutes to do this, so the time sink ain't too bad for an alt. And since Blizzard has changed up the vault and it awards you a piece of gear for doing a time walking, I try to do 1 on each character just to see if I might get lucky to fill in a trinket. So for this week, I ran time walking 44 times just to get that 1 vault slot open, and I managed to run all 43 of my characters that are level 70 through the Emerald Dream. And in the end, I did get 3 characters fully geared out this week. The only thing I have left to do is to use the catalyst to upgrade their gear. But besides that, I did make it into my weekly farms, so let's check them out and see how I did. First up this week, I headed over to Antorus the Burning Throne. I have to do this on Mythic because I'm after the red Scythe of the Unmaker, and that's the only place it drops. Once I got over there, I headed in, and I worked my way back to Argus the Unmaker. I made pretty short work of him, and got attempt number 91 on this item, but I didn't see it drop, so I'll have to come back here. Maybe I'll have a little better luck next week. Pushing on, I went to my first mount farm. That's done in Nighthold, and again I need to do this on Mythic, because I'm after the red version of the Hellfire Infernal out of here. Once I got over there, I made sure I was set to Mythic, and I headed in. I worked my way back to Gul'dan, and made pretty quick work of him too. This gave me attempt number 84 on this mount, but I didn't see it drop this week, so I'll be back here again next week. Next on my list was Aldware. Out of here I'm after the head of Mimiron, but on the way up there, I always look for the time-lost Proto-Drake, and it's another week I didn't see him. Once I did make it to the raid, I headed in, worked my way back to Yogg-Saron, took him down, and got my attempt on the mount, but I didn't see it drop again this week. So I'll be back here next week, and hopefully my luck changes for the better then. The next 2 mounts I do together, that's G.M.O.D and the Glacial TideStorm. Both of these drop out of the Battle for Dazara lore. And for these I normally just join a group in Group Finder, but I messed up this week and I joined a heroic group. And in doing so, the Glacial TideStorm doesn't drop there, so I had to run this twice. And that gave me 2 attempts on the G.M.O.D mount. Neither attempt was successful, but now I have 20 tries on this mount, so I'll be back here next week. The second mount out of here is off of Jaina Proudmoore, and that's the Glacial TideStorm. We managed to kill her without going into phase 2 this week, and that gave me attempt number 17 on this mount. I didn't see it drop for myself or anyone in the group, so I'll be back here next week. Hopefully it turns out a little different then. My last mount farm for the week was for the Mechagon Peacekeeper, but I do this one just a little bit different. I do this as a multi-character farm, and if you're not sure what that means, it's where I take 13 characters every week to the same raid or instance, and farm the same item or mount until I see it drop. So let's head into Operation Mechagon and see what kind of luck I had this week.
You will pay for this!
I can't carry it.
You will pay for this! You will pay for this!
Need my targets.
You will pay for this! You will pay for this! You will pay for this!
Well, there we go. 150 attempts and no mount yet. I've done a lot more attempts on a few of the mounts, but this is starting to climb and it looks like it's going to take a little bit longer than normal. So I'll just have to keep coming back here until I see this one drop. This week my Transmog is the Shadowlands Season 1 armor set. This comes in two variations, the Sinful Aspirant's Plate and the Sinful Gladiator Plate. These are pretty easy to get now, all you need is a few marks of honor, which you can obtain through PvP activities. Travel over to Shadowlands and you can own these sets. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.